You are listening to Christian Audio's production of Between Heaven and the Real World, My Story, by Stephen Curtis Chapman with Ken Abraham. This book is read by Paul Michael. This audio recording was produced in 2017 by Christian Audio, which owns the copyright. No portion of this recording may be reproduced for any reason without prior written consent from Christian Audio. This edition issued by contractual arrangement with Revell, a division of Baker Publishing Group. Originally published in English as Between Heaven and the Real World, My Story. Copyright 2017 by Stephen Curtis Chapman. All rights reserved. Please visit christianaudio.com, facebook.com/christianaudio, or twitter.com/christianaudio to offer your impressions of this work and to explore additional titles. To the one who has journeyed faithfully and fiercely at my side on this amazing adventure so far, my bride, Mary Beth, I love you always and forever. Prologue. The Wild Mouse. When I was a little blonde-haired boy, my older brother Herbie and I loved to go to Noble Park, a 135-acre picturesque public property that includes a 5-acre lake in my hometown of Paducah, Kentucky. It was a great place where families could take young children, play on the playgrounds, have a picnic, feed the fish, maybe get chased by a goose, and just enjoy the beauty of nature. Years later, in the gazebo of that same park, I would kneel down before a beautiful young lady named Mary Beth, who'd stolen my heart, and ask her to be my wife. As a boy, one of my favorite things about the park was the section called Funland, a small amusement park that was home to cotton candy and popcorn stands, as well as several kids' thrill rides, like the ones you'd find at a county fair, that operated all summer long. Herbie was especially fond of the helicopter ride. Each helicopter held 2 passengers and had a control bar that you pulled back and forth to cause the helicopter to rise or drop as it circled around a large stationary pole. If you pulled that bar toward you, the helicopter soared higher, and if you pushed the bar away from you, the helicopter eased down lower, similar to the Dumbo ride at Disney World. As soon as Herbie and I climbed inside the helicopter, my brother pulled on the bar and the helicopter zoomed straight up as high as it could go. The attendant punched the start button, and the helicopter began going round and round. I screamed the whole time, terrified of heights, and tried to push the bar away as Herbie, always the thrill-seeker, pulled it back, laughing the whole time with that evil big brother laugh. I got off the helicopter, took several deep breaths to calm myself down, and searched out the little train that slowly chugged around the park. That was more my speed. We'd chug past the haunted house and the tilt-a-whirl, and I'd reaffirm my commitment never again to step foot on that crazy, spinning death trap. If you can't tell, I was a bit of a safety-conscious young fella, a condition my brother found great joy in exploiting when given the opportunity. Then life changed for all of us in Paducah the day the Wild Mouse arrived at Noble Park. It was our town's first roller coaster. I hadn't ridden the Wild Mouse yet and had no intention of doing so. Even Herbie wasn't sure about this one, but all my friends were talking about it. As I listened to their stories, I could only imagine the horror of that speeding coaster. Man, that thing is terrifying. You drop down this hill and you twist and turn, and I thought I was going to fall out for sure. I'd never been to an actual amusement park where real roller coasters ripped and roared around the track, so I didn't know the difference. I'd never experienced a grown-up roller coaster. All I knew from the stories I'd heard was if I valued my life, I should stay completely clear of the Wild Mouse. So I did. For a while. In actuality, the Wild Mouse was a little roller coaster car that could carry 4 kids, followed by a few other cars going around on a short track that had some small dips, bumps, and slight inclines. The cars weren't even connected, but ran in sequence. I should have known better. After all, the ride was named the Wild Mouse, not the Wild Dragon or the Wild Lion.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?